for them today as they take on a pitcher who brings electric stuff and really racks up the strikeouts.
Yeah, and it's all about making good contact against a pitcher like this. You're not going to get very many pitches to hit in an at-bat, maybe even in a game. So you got to be ready, zoned in the spot where you think you've got the best chance and jump all over it. Might be the first pitch in the at-bat, so you better walk up there ready from the jump. If they can make early, consistent contact, I think they'll have a much better shot against him.
Manny Machado stands in here, takes ball one low. Misses the sweeper. Arrives off of first with 2 away. The 1-1 is fouled off. Next offering is down low.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Come on, showtime.
Here's a 2-2. Upstairs.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Popped up. Freeman settles underneath it. And that's the 3rd out. 1 left for San Diego. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Dodger Stadium. And towing the slab in this one, Yu Darvish. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, this guy lives and dies with his slider, and it's a good one. Most guys, they're working off of their fastball, but he's backwards a little bit, works off the slider, and then when the fastball comes, it can add a little velocity in terms of perception when guys are used to seeing that off-speed pitch. When it's right, really tough to hit, even if you guess it's coming because it's breaking 2 planes, horizontal and vertical.
Mookie Betts leading things off and takes a strike.
1-1.
And the 0-1.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Darvish delivers. Outside. 2-1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Up and in. Now 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Battling here as he fouls it away. And the right-hander deals. Ripped to short.
Come on, come on.
Bogarts with the throw to first. 1 gone, bottom half of the first. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Tommy Edman in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Darvish, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot,
1-1.
that is pretty valuable. Inside, just missed.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Let's go, Tom.
how much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
Tatis makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Batting third. First
2 down, base is empty. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Let's go, Fred.
2 outs, base is empty.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
The 0-2. And that skips in the dirt. That's down and in. A slider missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
2 outs. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one back there, and it's gone. A solo shot. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at-bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Base is empty with 2 away. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. There's a strike. Two down, nobody on. Splits the plate, and the count is 0-2.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Top of the second. Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. Ohtani measures 6 feet 4 inches, 210 pounds. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. And there's the strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Pulls that one foul. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Got him swinging. Here's Bogarts now. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. Can't make contact with the sweeper. Patrick Johnson calling the balls and strikes.
pretty standard zone for Johnson. Sometimes he might get a little jumpy, a little excited and expand the zone, but usually you at least feel like the pitcher on the mound is earning it. And that's important because you got to make players earn it.
In the air, right side. Pajes tracks it down for the out.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Connor Joe at the plate now. That's ball one. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-1.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That K is his third of the game. Nothing doing there for the Friars. They trail here 1-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
0-1's the count.
That one inside. Look out.
Come on, Will.
Darvish kicks, delivers. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
1 ball.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea.
Boog, he was shopping at the buckle right there, the way that slider made him look. That was just nasty.
Here's Muncy to hit. Big time power. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
0-1.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. On the ground to the left, handled by Machado. They get the out on Muncy.
Batting 7, right fielder, Andy Pajes.
So up next, Andy Pajes. He has consistently been one of the best in the sport against lefties, and yet the righties give him trouble. You know, you don't want to be labeled as that guy, but the numbers say what they say. Ball one, no strikes.
Well, he's a good player, but if he wants to be great, he's going to have to figure it out against right-handed pitchers. There's so many right-handers in the game that you're going to see them one after another. So you would imagine with that many looks, Boog, that the adjustment's got to be coming soon.
That misses, and that's ball 3.
3 balls, no strike.
And there's the automatic. And that one ripped into right, and foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. So they go quietly there. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Padres nothing. On to the 3rd inning. Now it's the DH, Tirso Ornelas. Ohtani back to work. Yeah, that's fouled off.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Swing. Ball, that's low.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at-bat.
Next offering is fouled back.
Sit him down.
The 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
A healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Punch him out. That's it.
Hard hit left side.
Get it in gear.
To first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Batting ninth, catcher Elias Diaz.
Here's Elias Diaz.
Come on, let's get the ground ball.
Line drive, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Let's get the easy two.
Luis Ariz stands in. First pitch misses. And another ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Fastball for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Punch him out.
Hit in the air, right field. Paez. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he moves up 90 feet. Runners at the corners now. One away.
Now batting right fielder Fernando Tatis Jr.
And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
He was late there. Strike one. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
Punch him out.
That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. Ornelas, the runner at third. Diaz at first. One gone. Got him. Huge strikeout there.
Well, this is where the team aspect really comes into play on the offensive side of the game, right? I mean, missed opportunity to tie it up with the runner at third, one out, couldn't put the ball in play. So now it's time to pick him up. And that's where good teams, they go to. They operate on this level of next man up. That mentality is what causes them to win series, get into the postseason. And that helps keep the energy and morale high in the dugout.
Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. 0 for 1 so far. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Let's go, Blue.
2 on, 2 outs. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
That misses the zone, and the count is 1-2. Way high. Next offering misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
That's a really good take.
Manny Machado in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Corners are occupied with 2 down. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Strike him out.
Fly ball down the line. Hernandez sizes this one up, makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. So they strand 2 after a base hit and an error. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Padres nothing. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now here's the veteran DH, Michael Conforto.
Michael Conforto.
In the air, left field, down the line, nabs it, 1 away.
Batting 9th, second baseman, Hassan Kim.
Now, Hesung Kim.
Get out of here, Padres.
That clips the corner. 1 out, base is empty. Down and in, moved his feet. One down, base is empty. That one fouled off.
Let's go, Dodgers.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Pulls it down and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, shortstop.
So the lineup flips over. Mookie Betts steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's 0 for 1.
Come on, Dodgers.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate.
Go.
Diaz pulls that one down, and that ends the inning. Dodgers go down quietly. They lead it 1-0. As we go to the top of the 4th. Now Machado up here.
Manny Machado.
Here's a fun fact. Dodger Stadium was also the home of the Los Angeles Angels for 4 years in the 1960s while they waited for Anaheim Stadium to be built. When the Angels were playing games at home, instead of Dodger Stadium, they called it Chavez Ravine Stadium. You know, these Padres just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
The 1-1. That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper. Strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And the sweeper is off the plate.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Strike him out. Swing.
Goes down looking.
Now batting,
Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Struck out swinging his first time. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Swing and a pop-up. Freeman hauls it in for the out.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
And first offering is fouled off. And that's in the dirt. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4.
This game is too pro for you, San Diego.
Outside low, and a count 2-1.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one, that's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touching it.
That missed by a lot, and the count's full. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Offense held in check there. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Padres nothing. Back here in LA, John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Tommy Edman. And the pitch. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. And it's 1-0.
You know, these Dodgers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Bogarts with the throw to first. And they get Edman for the out.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. He's already homered in this game.
One more, baby, let's go! Nope, ball 1.
Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
Come on, Dodgers!
And that drops in for a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Missed inside with the curve. That's hard hit on the line. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Now batting left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Struck out swinging his first time. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Two outs. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. Dodgers down in order, but they still lead it 1-0. Ready now for the 5th inning. So digging in now for San Diego, Connor Joe. Joe, 32 years old. He joined the team as a free agent.
You know, these Padres doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is, but so far he's been really effective in this one.
Next one misses, and it's 2-1.
You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case today.
Check swing, and he went. That is strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, he's been racking up the strikeouts, and what's so impressive, not walking anyone. I mean, this guy's just going right after hitters, filling up the strike zone, and it looks like hitters, they're trying to think with him, but they just are a pitch behind. Dominating stuff out there on the mound.
And now it's Tirso Ornelas. First pitch doesn't find the zone. The Padres down by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. That one outside, and now 2-0. Just missed.
Come on, Los Angeles.
Next offering is in for a strike. And there's ball 4.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
One gone, runner at first. And now it's Elias Diaz. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Fastball for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
He goes down looking.
Now batting, the first
Luis
baseman,
Arias,
Luis
the next up for the
Arias.
Padres. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2 now. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Strike him out.
Swung on, belted. Pajes going back.
Drop.
High bounce takes it over the fence. That's an automatic double.
Well, this tends to happen more often in this park than others, and that short fence is just so inviting for hitters. You see a lot of balls bounce over for an automatic double when no one can run it down.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 2 in this one. That's a strike, attacked with the sweeper.
Let's go, Dodgers.
That one almost got him. Tatis waits. That crosses the plate, and now they're just 1 strike away from getting out of this mess. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Blake Trinan looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Scott getting cranked up as well.
That's ball 2.
And a foul ball. He stays alive.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
That just misses, and that's ball 3.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Strike him out.
Smash to center, way back, and you can forget it. Home run. He circles the bases, and now they're out in front. It's 3-1.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
And here comes the Dodgers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Ohtani will depart, and he kept him in it even though he's in line for the loss right now. New arm when we come back.
Now pitching.
So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Alex
Number
Vesia.
51.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
So 2 down. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres.
Let's go, Dodgers.
First offering, and it just misses. And it's fouled away. Foul ball. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. A Fernando Tatis Tater for San Diego. It's now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith.
Come on, Los Angeles.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle to first,
He's out.
and they get the out on Smith.
Now batting, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Here comes that funky Muncy to the plate. Grounded out his first time up. So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going. There's the strike.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
Looking good, Dodgers.
Now a screamer into the outfield. He makes the grab. 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Come on, LA.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Tatis sizing this one up, brings it in, and that's the inning. 3 up, 3 down that time. 5 innings complete. It's the Padres 3 and the Dodgers 1. Back here at Chavez Ravine. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now the third baseman, Manny Machado. And that's in there at the knees. Activity in the bullpen. Michael Grove up and throwing. Kopech warming up as well. And that's downstairs. And it's 1-1. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Cronenworth at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
It's Xander Bogaerts now. First pitch misses. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Makes the grab, and that's the inning.
All day, baby, all day.
Bottom of the 6th inning, and now the DH, Michael Conforto.
Hitter, Michael Conforto.
Darvish back to work, and that misses. Ball 1.
You know, these Dodgers just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
That one ripped right center field. Gone! Michael Conforto blasts one out. It's 3-2.
That's right. That's it.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
And stepping in is the speedy Haesung Kim. Fly to left his first time. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. And that is downstairs. Ball 2. Darvish, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit. and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Mookie Betts in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Next offering is in for a strike. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
No, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Now it's Mookie Betts. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. Slice to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Tommy.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. Fouled off. He was late. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's now a 3-2 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Michael Grove.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Michael Grove.
Well, 1-run game. Now the left fielder, Connor Joe.
Connor Joe.
Smoked on the ground a second. In plenty of time to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Tirso Ornelas.
Now the DH for the Padres, Tirso Ornelas. He's 0 for 1. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Late on that fastball.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle, but I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
The next offering misses, and it's 2-2.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
And a swing and a miss, and there's 2 away.
Typically, that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
At the plate, Elias Diaz. Missing inside, ball 1. Two down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. Fly ball center field.
Here we go.
And that is that. Here is Freddie Freeman. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
There's a strike.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And that one fouled off.
Inside, ball one.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. A big first out here in the seventh via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Just missed.
Outside.
And that misses. And that's ball two.
Well, you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you if he will.
Trying to hold a one-run lead here at the bottom of the seventh. Swings and misses, struck him out. And up to the plate is Will Smith.
Dodgers, catcher Will Smith.
Let's go, Dodgers.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Hits the fence. Around first, heading for two. And the double puts the tying run in scoring position with two away.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Recognized the break on that pitch early, and that allowed him to keep his front shoulder in. You know, it's easy to bail on those front door breaking balls, but a great job right there of letting it travel, then unloading a nice balanced swing. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
And the Padres manager making his way towards the mound as he will make the move. That does it for you, Darvish, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment.
Now pitching for
So the
San Diego.
Padres with a new arm on the mound, Yuki Matsui.
These are the spots
Matsui.
relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Here's Max Muncy.
All right, Los Angeles.
That's inside.
That's inside.
Next pitch is outside. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Late with the swing there.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Well struck, deep right field, way back and out of here.
Here we go.
Max Muncy leaves the yard, and they add a couple more. It's 4-3. Well, that swing changes things.
Yes, it does. They were in striking distance, and they found a way to fight back big time. He got on plane with that high fastball, and look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
So 2 down, and the batter now, Andy Pajes. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
That clips the corner.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Just missing there. 1-2 the count.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 4-3 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th, Tanner Scott.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Arise, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Kirby Yates looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Trinan, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Next pitch misses. Now 2-0.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Too high, and now it's 3-1. Fernando Tatis Jr. in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Right down the chute, and the count's full.
As a hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Now a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Tatis swings through it for strike 1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Next for the Padres, Jackson Merrill. 0 for 3 in this one.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
First pitch, and he just misses. Just missed. With the tying run on at first, and we're in the top of the 8th. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
That's ball 3.
Little trouble with this one behind the plate.
3 balls, 1 strike.
No advance, 3 balls and a strike. Manny Machado in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Arise over at first with 1 away. Swing and a foul out of play.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Walks out of the bullpen can absolutely kill your momentum very quickly. They're in some hot water trying to protect this lead.
Manny Machado to the dish for a pivotal at bat.
That's turn 2.
Right through there for a strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
Next pitch is downstairs.
Way to lay off that pitch down. He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
That's off the mark. 2-1.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
One out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Stays alive.
Sit him down. Sit him down.
Next offering is downstairs.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Brings it in. Out number 2.
Up next for the Padres, second baseman Jake
And I think
Cronenworth.
Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. Tanner Scott won't go any further, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Kirby Yates.
Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 38, Kirby Yates.
So digging in, Jake Cronenworth.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And there's a ball. The 1-0. Fastball for a strike. Now one missed. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. And that one fouled off.
Punch him out. Punch him out. Finish him.
Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. And that's the 3rd out. Excellent work out of the Dodgers bullpen there. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Padres 3.
Now pitching for
Back
San
now,
Diego,
new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Jason Adams.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Michael Conforto.
Conforto in the box now. No balls and a strike.
All one's the count.
Missed with a changeup, and now it's even 1-1.
Do it again.
And that one missing low. And that's a little bit high. And now 3 balls and a strike.
Looking good, Dodgers.
Line drive, base hit, and a good start to the inning.
Here we go.
Now batting, second baseman.
Ha-Seong Kim, the next to hit.
Kim.
That one a little bit high, and that is ball 1. Adam, in his 5th season, 33 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season.
Come on, let's keep it going.
There's a strike.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Activity in the bullpen for San Diego. Jeremiah Estrada appears to be getting loose. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now it's even up.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Joe sizes this one up, and there's one away.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays.
Let's go, LA.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
All right, Dodgers.
Here's a 1-1. Inside, almost got him. Turns and fires to Betts. Fouled off down the right side.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Tatis makes the grab. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Dodgers, center fielder
Tommy Edman at the plate. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And a foul ball. Two outs. Just missed.
Let's go, Dodgers. Let's go, Dodgers.
And that's way high. 2-1. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
That one missing inside.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Let's go, Dodgers.
Swing and a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Conforto off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. Some high cheese for strike 3. So the Dodgers leave one, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. Back here at Dodger Stadium, all set for the start of the inning. And here is Xander Bogaerts. Misses outside, 1-0. And that one is in for a strike. Out to short, bats up with it. Tosses across to first, and the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Stepping in for San Diego, Connor Joe. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. That one the other way. Kim throws to first in time, and a couple of quick outs.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Now a pinch hitter coming on for the Padres, Luis Campusano.
And he's a right-handed bat, but he handles same-side matchups pretty well, so should give him a good at-bat right here.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1.
That's right, LA.
Just missed. And a foul ball. 1-run game here in the top of the ninth. Next offering misses. 3-1 now.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't groove one either.
And now the count filled up 3-2.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Yates is just 1 strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, someone from the bullpen had to come in, get a big out, and then had a little time to think about it before he went back out to get the final 3 outs of this ball game. Nonetheless, outstanding job to get the save and secure the win for his team.
4-3 our final score. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Coming to you live from Southern California. We're going to be treated to a gorgeous day for baseball on the show. It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers.
And now, please welcome your
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Dodgers.
All right, just about ready for baseball and towing the slab, Shohei Ohtani. What should we keep an eye on here?
It's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
All right, ready to go here.
Leading
Luis
off for the
Arise
Padres,
stands
first
in.
baseman, Luis Arise.
Come on, Showtime.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Misses.
That's the ball.
Now 1 and 2.
One ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 1 down.
Batting second, right fielder,
So with 1 down, it'll bring up
Fernando
Fernando Tatis Jr.
Let's go, Showtime.
And ball 1.
Swing better.
That one's in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Kim makes the grab, 2 down.
Oh, yeah.
As we take a look at the
Batting
Padres
third,
lineup,
fielder, Jackson
they're dealing with a
Morrow.
top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get 1 pitch. You better not miss it.
And here it comes. There's a strike. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
And a sweeper misses for a ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Let's go, Dodgers.
3 and 2.
Manny Machado in the San Diego on deck circle. 2 out, space is empty.
All right, Los Angeles.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Two down, nobody on. And that one off the inside edge. You walked him.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Here's Manny Machado now. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. He's safe. Merrill on at second with 2 down. And that clips the inside corner.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a splitter. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. And we're back. Today's starting pitcher, Yu Darvish.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Fought off foul. That one way outside, and the count 1-2. That's to third.
Come on, come on, come on!
Fires across the diamond. One up, one down. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. Now, with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
Tommy Edman in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Next offering is fouled back. High fly ball, right field. Tatis. And puts the squeeze on that one. 2 away now.
Batting third, first baseman.
2 down, base is empty. And up next for Los Angeles, Freddie Freeman. And first offering is fouled off.
Let's go, Freddie!
Swings and misses at 1 down below the zone.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Going to count 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
All right, Dodgers!
Freeman hits it in the air. Joe getting an angle on it. Corrals it. And the inning is over. Scoreless after 1. Back here in LA, second inning set to go. So digging in now for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. Ohtani back to work. Ohtani, the tall righty, 210 pounds. Let's remember a major part of his resume are those 3 MVP awards.
Let's go, Dodgers!
And another ball.
No, that pitch not even close. A 2-0 count now. He can't be over aggressive. He's got to make sure that pitch is right on a tee for him.
Fouls one off out of play, back to our left.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Strike him out!
And that one is lifted in the air. Pajes. drops into the glove, and there's one down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Shortstop.
And here comes
Bogarts.
Sander Bogarts. Here's a rocket out to left. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Connor Joe getting ready to hit. Down the line. Pajes sizing this one up. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Batting 8th, the designated hitter, Tirso Ornelas.
Tirso Ornelas, the next up for the Padres. Fouled off left side. The 0-1. And there's a foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down.
Sit him down. Ball, that's out.
And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
We head to the bottom of the second. Here's Teoscar Hernandez.
Left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Right through there for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Patrick Johnson behind the plate.
Patty Johnson to some boog, but I'd ask permission first before I called him that. Does a pretty good job back there. Occasionally we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
And 1-2.
2 strikes.
Ground ball up the middle. Cronenworth whips it to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting 5th, catcher, Will Smith.
The batter now will be Will Smith.
Let's go, Will.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Second inning here, no score. And that is out of play. One down, base is empty. Inside. And a count 2-1. That's a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
That was a really nice pitch call for that put away slider right there. You look at the sequence in that at bat, and he hadn't thrown it yet, so this makes it really tough to recognize and fight off with 2 strikes. I'm sure it looked like a fastball all the way until it wasn't.
Here comes Max Muncy. And first offering is fouled off.
Let's go, Max.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
All right, Dodgers. Woo!
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Fights it off. He'll see another. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And the Dodgers are set down in order. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. We'll move to the third with no score. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. Stepping in for San Diego, Elias Diaz. Backed off the plate that time.
One ball, two strikes. Ball, that's just out.
The 2-2. Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a staple as a strikeout pitch over the years. And what's so tough as a hitter is that you see it extremely well. The problem is the velocity and spin rate just happens to jump by you. You expand your zone, you don't stay tall on the backside, and you're really not even able to make contact. If you do, many times it's a pop-up.
Swinging a foul straight back. Top of the third, no score.
I got one ball, one strike. Come on, Los Angeles!
And now 1-2. Next offering misses down and away.
Punch him out.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Squeezes it, and that is that. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Back here at Chavez Ravine, set for the bottom of the third, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pajes. And that one lifted in the air center field. Merrill moving under it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one away.
Batting 8th, designated hitter.
The batter will be Michael Conforto.
This is a batter who clearly performs better in day games. I don't know why, but his numbers generally back it up.
And that one fouled off. Now this is in the air down the line, and that will drop foul. Inside, almost got him. gets a piece and stays alive. Darvish delivers. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
Batting ninth.
Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Outside low, ball one. Man at first, one away.
Base hit now.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1.
Let's go, Los Angeles.
This one in the air right field. Tatis really on his horse for it. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Here's Mookie now. Grounded out his first time.
Come on, Dodgers.
Lifted in the air down the left side. Joe racing over to make the catch. 1 left for LA, and we're still knotted at 0. Back here at Dodger
Leading off
Stadium,
for the
digging in,
Padres,
Jackson
center fielder,
Merrill.
Jackson Merrill.
First pitch misses.
You know, these Padres, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Just
Outside, that's the
missed.
ball. Come on, Los Angeles.
And a 2-1 hammered but foul. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swings over the splitter for strike 3.
Well, that's the effect of the splitter that you're looking for on the mound. Really nice pitch right there and had him out in front over the top. I'm sure the batter was thinking he was getting something else, perhaps a fastball with a little more straight and velo to it.
Here's Machado. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That's outside, and that's ball 1. Fourth inning underway, no score. And that's outside, and it's 2-0.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Get out of here, Padres.
2-0 to count. Here it comes.
Three
That's
balls,
inside.
No strikes. Let's go, Dodgers. Hey.
All tied up, top half of inning number 4. To third, and it goes just foul.
Sit him down.
That's ball 4. Tried another sweeper, but couldn't find the zone.
Now batting.
Go ahead,
second
run
baseman,
on base. Jake
Cronenworth.
Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres. Flied to right his first time.
Hey, double him up. Swing.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
0-1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
That one's upstairs, ball 1.
last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Let's go, Dodgers! That's ball 3.
In the dirt.
All right, Dodgers!
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think
Now
about.
batting, shortstop Xander Bogaerts.
And a dangerous hitter coming up to hit in Xander Bogaerts. Doubled in his first AB.
Come on, Dodgers, let's go.
That's off the inside corner. And that is ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. To second, that's 1. Over to first, that's 2. Nicely done. 1-6-3, and that will end the inning. So they're able to work around a pair of walks in the inning. And midway in the 4th, we're tied 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 4th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Tommy Edman.
Edmund.
The pitch. That's too low. Ball 1. Just missed. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
And here's Freddie Freeman. Flied to left his first time.
Look out for the double play.
Fouled off. He was late.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hard the order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Darvish kicks, delivers. There's a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And a swing and a miss. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to whereas you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it, and not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Next to hit, Teoscar Hernandez. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-1's the count.
Edman at first, 1 gone. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Runner on the go. In the air, right field. Tatis after it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Will Smith to the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through. Just missed.
Counts 1-0.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Darvish checks on the runner.
Safe.
Edman dives back in safely.
Here we go.
And a swing and a miss. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We played 4. No score. And we're back.
Leading off
Here's the
for
left
San
fielder,
Diego,
Connor
left
Joe.
fielder, Connor Joe.
Joe, in his 4th year, 32 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2018. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
You know, these Padres just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one misses in the dirt.
Sit him down.
Ah, that hit him.
That ball
And
hit.
the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Leading off for the Padres.
Go ahead run
the
on
designated
base.
hitter,
Now the
Tirso
DH for the
Ornelas.
Padres, Tirso Ornelas. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Swing and a miss, 98 on the gun.
0-1.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. Runner at first with no outs here. And that one misses up and in. And the count 1-2.
Strike him out.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Sit him down. Ball 2. Punch him out. 3.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The tag, and they get him at second. That's a double play.
You know, Boog, this is the part of the game that oftentimes is overlooked. This is the grunt work. Great job of the catcher using his body to deaden that pitch, keeps it close, and then throws a strike down to second. Hats off.
Diaz, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Strike.
And that one in the air center field. Edman. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Halfway through this one, still no score. Back here in LA, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Max Muncy at the dish.
Muncy.
Darvish back to work. That one fouled off.
You know, these Dodgers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Outside corner, got him looking.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Right fielder, Andy Pajes.
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Fly to center his first time. And that drops in for a strike.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Next offering upstairs. Base is empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. Next offering is fouled back.
Go Dodgers!
Chases that one out of the zone. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Michael Conforto will climb in.
This game is too pro for you, San Diego.
In for a strike. 0-1.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Let's go, Blue.
Right through there for a strike.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two outs. Next offering is outside. Swing and a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Up next.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
So man aboard, and next for LA, Hesung Kim. He's 0 for 1. And he grounds one to the right side. And foul ball. Now 1-1.
All right, Dodgers!
That was the sweeper, but it missed. Conforto, the runner at first with 2 gone. Just missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And the 3-1. And that one hammered. That's back there. And that'll do it.
Oh, man, amazing catch to end the inning. As a former outfielder, I'm feeling proud right now. Saw the wall, didn't get afraid, held on to the ball.
All set for the top of the 6th. Now here is Luis Arias. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. The 1-0. And the sweeper catches the plate.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Outside. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely, if he's doing damage. Now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%. Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 2 in this one. Just missed.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
Not even close there. And now 2-0. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter.
All right, Dodgers. Woo! Ball.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true.
Come on, Los Angeles.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. And that one hops the wall. And he's into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
And the Dodgers will go to the bullpen. Ohtani will depart. Only 2 hits allowed for him, so a great effort. And we'll be back after a quick break to tell you about the new arm.
Now pitching.
Alex
for the Dodgers.
Vesia on a pitch out of the pen here.
51.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
One out, runner at second. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
On the ground, and that chance handled. Tosses to first. Play is made, 2 out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Here's Manny Machado. He is struck out, and he is walked.
Come on, Los Angeles.
Now batting, second baseman Jake Cronenworth.
Now it's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
That's in there. Strike 1.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Hernandez ranging after it. Makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. Excellent work out of the Dodgers bullpen there. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. And we still have no score. Bottom of the 6th. Mookie Betts will get us started.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Let's go, Los Angeles.
And that drops in for a strike.
0-1.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Joe has a beat on it.
What was that?
Puts it away for the out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Edman batting with one down, takes a strike.
One's the count.
All tied up here in the bottom of the sixth. And he drops it down the third baseline. He's safe on with a bunt single.
Now batting, first baseman.
Maybe a little small ball is exactly what the doctor ordered to rev up this offense, and they've been pretty quiet all game, so maybe this wakes them up a bit and helps them get on the board.
So now it's Freddie Freeman.
Look out for the double play.
Inside, just missed.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Darvish checks on the runner, and he's back safely. And misses inside. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner into scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
In the air, left field, down the line, and it's a foul ball.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
That one not close, and it's a full count. Teoscar Hernandez in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Ground ball to the right side. Down the line, and it's foul. And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. 2 on, 1 out. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Teoscar Hernandez. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Sliced hard, but foul.
Come on, Dodgers, let's go.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning.
When you get thrown out at third with 2 outs, you kind of want to keep on running. Not a great decision there as it ends the inning.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Blake Trinan.
Blake Trinan.
Here's Xander Bogaerts, 1 for 2.
Shortstop Xander Bogaerts.
Hit on the ground to short, into the outfield, base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Go-ahead run on base. Next for the Padres, Connor Joe. And that's downstairs. 1-0.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Turn 2 now, let's go.
Headed down the line. And that's a foul ball. Bogart's on the go. And fouled off. That's a little bit low.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Finish him.
The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out.
Oh, send him down.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Next is the designated hitter, Tirso Ornelas. Checks over to first, back safely.
Here we go. Turn 2.
0-1.
0-1.
One away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Swings through that.
No ball, 2 strikes. Come on, punch him out.
Ball one there.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
And that's down and away. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. In the dirt. And the runner holds. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
So 2 down now, and here is Elias Diaz. Right through there for a strike. Trying it. Checks the runner. Bogarts dives back.
Come on, LA.
Next offering in there for a strike. 0-2 now.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Sit him down.
Headed towards the corner. Pajes. Long run. Makes a nice running catch. And that'll do it. Padres leave 1, and we are still scoreless.
Now pitching for
We're
San
back in
Diego.
a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jason Adam.
Adam.
And up to the plate is Will Smith, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Get out of here, Padres.
Foul ball there.
Let's go, Dodgers.
Left field, Joe.
I'm better than that.
And there's 1 down.
What was that?
Up next for the Dodgers.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Gotta be careful with this guy. He's got power. He can untie it with 1 swing. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Base is empty, one away. Here at the bottom of the seventh. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Going to count 1-2.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Let's go, Dodgers!
One down, base is empty. Breaking ball misses down and away. Next offering way off the plate. Swings over the top of that one. Throw to first, and there's two gone following the strikeout.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Andy Pajes will hit next. Up and in, and it's 1-0.
Let's go, LA!
And a strike.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
2 strikes.
That missed by a lot. And the count is even, 2-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Let's go!
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Come on now!
Got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Dodgers go down quietly. Still no score. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Tanner Scott.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
Back to the top of the order now. And here's the first baseman, Luis Arias. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Way back there. Forget it. He'll take a trot around the bases. And they take the lead. It's 1-0. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
So digging in now for San Diego, Fernando Tatis Jr. Swings through that one for strike one. Scott, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Tatis waits. Right through there for a strike.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
got him swinging.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Jackson Merrill digs in now. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Check swing, called strike. That one almost got him.
Nope. Outside.
That to right.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
2 down.
Woo. All right.
Now batting, third baseman, Manny
2 outs,
Machado.
base is empty. And now it's Manny Machado. Couple of walks and a strikeout. Just off the inside edge. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a ground ball.
Go, 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 go.
Gets it to first. Out number 3. 1 in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. It's now 1-0. Back after this on the show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Jeremiah Estrada.
Now pitching for 샌디에이고. Number
And here is
56,
Michael Conforto.
Well, these fans
Jeremiah
definitely
Estrada.
want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
All right, Los Angeles.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Joe has a beat on it.
What was that?
Brings it in, and there's 1 away.
What's that?
Now batting, second baseman.
Here's the
Hesung
second baseman,
Kim.
Hesung Kim.
All right, Dodgers.
Swinging a foul out of play.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Go, LA.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Fought off foul. And 1-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Outside low. It's 2-2.
Here we go.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Let's go.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Diaz on to first. Gets the out. 2 down after the strikeout.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Here's Mookie to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out.
Let's go, Dodgers.
And there's a foul ball. Holding on to a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Let's go, Dodgers.
The next pitch
Nope, that's the
misses.
ball.
And 1-1. And that one upstairs.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike. All right, Dodgers. Woo!
And that is cut on and missed. 2-2 now.
2 strikes.
Got him swinging. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Through 8 full, it's the Padres 1 and the Dodgers nothing.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Michael Grove.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well, 1-run game. Stepping in for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. And a breaking ball misses outside. Swung on, broken back grounder to third. Whips it to first on the run. Nicely done for the out.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Now here's Xander Bogaerts now.
Shut them down.
Just missed. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Michael Kopech up and loosening in the pen. Bonda getting loose as well. That one off the mark. Ball 2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Off the mark there. And now 3-0.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Next pitch in for a strike, and the count is filled up. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Connor Joe, the next up for the Padres. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. And that skips in the dirt.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
That's a strike.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Tirso Ornelas, the next up for the Padres. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. One-run game here in the top of the 9th. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Catcher Elias Diaz.
And here's the catcher, Elias Diaz. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Outside low, ball 1. 2 on, 2 outs. Just missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Still able to get it there in time. He keeps his composure, and they get the out. No runs, a hit, 2 left. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Padres 1 and the Dodgers nothing. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Robert Suarez.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
And here comes Tommy Edman. And that is out of play. One-run game, bottom 9. And that one in there at the knees for a strike. 0-2. And just misses with that one.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
That misses. 2-2.
2-2 down.
Swing and a miss at 100. Struck him out.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Freeman up to bat next. Lays off for a ball.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
And that's a little bit high. And that's ball 2.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing, you can tie up the ball game. But if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
And that one fouled off. And that's outside.
That's a really good take.
Teoscar Hernandez in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. He fouls it off. We'll do it again.
Hey, you got this.
Here comes a 3-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. One down, base is empty. Hit in the air, center field. Merrill drops into the glove, and there's 2 down.
Come on, are you kidding me?
Now batting, left fielder.
Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 3 in this one.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. That one is absolutely belted. Out of here. That one felt good, and we have a tie ball game. It's 1-1. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth.
When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
Now the catcher up to hit, Will Smith. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. On the ground to third. That's the 3rd out, and we're headed to extras. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. All even at 1 apiece. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Dodger Stadium. And now the first baseman, Luis Arraez. Grove back to work. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. The other way, Muncy throws across the diamond, and they get the leadoff man in the 10th.
Up next for the Padres, right fielder Fernando Tatis.
So man aboard, 1 down, and it's Tatis at the plate. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Outside low, and that is ball 1.
Well, it's kind of deflating. You blow that lead in the bottom of the 9th. So here's a new opportunity. Hit the reset button, try to get some more runs, and then close it out in the bottom half of this one.
That one outside. 2-0. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Strike him out. Strike him out.
That's way outside. Full count now. Jackson Merrill in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
Punch him out.
Punch him out.
Man at second. And El Nino is stifled for the K.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this home crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Man on second, 2 down. There's a strike. Swings and he breaks his bat, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for San Diego. Score remains deadlocked at 1.
Now pitching for San
So they
Diego,
turn to the lefty in this spot,
Number 1.
Yuki Matsui.
Yuki Matsui.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Max Muncy steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a miss.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
And a swing and a miss there.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Strike 3, got him swinging. And 1 out now.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Pajes in the box now, takes strike 1. The winning run on second base. Late on that fastball. Bullpen action for the Padres. Adrian Morejon, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. stays alive.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to happen with 2 strikes.
Lifted in the air, out to left. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there are 2 down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
Next is the Dodger DH, Michael Conforto. He gets the intentional walk here, and now will force at any base with 2 gone.
Up next for the Dodgers, second
Making a move at first, on the pinch run, Chris Taylor.
Pinch running at first base. Number 3.
And up next for Los Angeles, Hesung Kim.
Oh, how he'd love to walk it off right here.
On the ground at first. Arise, steps on the bag, and we're headed to the 11th. Dodgers strand a couple. Still tied, 1-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. We're in extras here. Here's the third baseman, Manny Machado. That's in there. That's strike 1.
All ones the count.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
And there's the ball.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres.
Now batting.
Well,
second
first base
baseman,
open.
Jake Cronenworth.
Really no reason to pitch to this hitter right here. Put him on, have the force at second first, perhaps getting inning-ending double play.
On the corner for a strike. It's 0-1.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball, just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Fastball in for a strike, and the count is 0-2.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase.
Oh, now this one gets away at the plate. Merrill up to third on the wild pitch.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
Strike him out! Strike him out!
Ripped into left for a base hit. In comes the runner from third, and it's an RBI single, and they've got the lead in extra innings.
Shortstop.
Well, that certainly feels good
Bogarts.
when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And here is Xander Bogarts. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Runner on the move. There's a swing and a drive. That one back there has room, and he makes the catch.
Well, off the bat, I thought for sure it had enough to get out of here, but that wind is kind of blowing in from left, and I think that's what made the difference.
Connor Joe now at the plate. In the air, left side. And that is that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And the batter now, Mookie Betts.
If you're trying to keep the line moving, this is the guy you want at the plate. Such a good hitter. Can also flash some power.
Breaking ball in there for a strike.
In today's game, outs are valuable, so guys aren't just willing to give themselves up to advance a runner. They're trying to drive him in as well in the process. So I don't expect him to shorten up and just try to hit behind the runner here.
So the tying run at second, and a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Diaz on to first, gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Boog, if you can set up a good 2-strike splitter with the fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
Tommy Edman at the plate.
All right, Dodgers. Woo! Come on, Los Angeles.
Tap foul at the plate.
Make it count. That's Jones.
And the
1 ball,
sweeper
2
misses.
strikes.
Swing and a pop-up. And that's a fair ball. In to score from third. It's an RBI single, and again, we are tied.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
One down, runner at first. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. One down, winning run on at first. Now snap throw to first, and he's back in on a dive.
Come on, Dodgers.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Edman around second. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Well, that at bat had a lot of pressure riding on it, so really great job coming through right there. It's got to feel good. Tried to get inside on him, but he was ready for it, just kept his hands in and turned on the pitch. Quick bat through the zone. Now with the winning run at third, they're looking for a ball to the outfield, but that inning-ending double play is in order.
Left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
First offering misses badly for ball one.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
That one misses. And the count now 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Will Smith in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a drive. Back there. On its way. Ball game. Another homer. And the Dodgers walk it off in the 11th.
When you get to extra innings, it seems like every guy is trying to come up with the big swing to hit the homer and end the ball game. Well, he did it. Huge swing of the bat, and we're all heading home.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. On the corner of Dave Niehaus Way and Edgar Martinez Drive, welcome to T-Mobile Park. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Seattle Mariners. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So almost ready to get underway and getting to start. Logan Gilbert.
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
Ready to go? This is Corbin Carroll.
Corbin Carroll.
And that is downstairs. And we're underway here this afternoon.
Come on, Logan.
On the ground right side. And that one handled. On to first. One out in the top of the first. Now the Diamondbacks lineup as put together by Torey Lovello.
Ketel Marte.
Here's Ketel Marte.
Let's go, Logan.
That's off the mark. 1-0. Gilbert, an all-star a season ago. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a splitter, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter. 2-0. Swings through that one out in front that time. Check swing, and he held up. Check swing, and he went. And the count's full.
Full count.
One out, bases empty. Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. Ketel Marte leaves the yard. And the D-backs jump out in front. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Sometimes we say it's a sinker that didn't sink. Well, that was a splitter that just didn't split. Kind of like a BP fastball. And when you throw that pitch, don't expect to get it back. You're getting a new baseball from the umpire.
Base is empty, one away. Here's Josh Naylor. And that's in there for strike one. And that one missing low.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
And the 1-2 misses to even the count. Now one missed.
Full count. Come on now, Logan.
Batting fourth, the left fielder, Lourdes.
Man at first. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Diamondbacks, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Runner takes off. Out to short, Crawford. Throws to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, Jake McCarthy.
Next to hit for Arizona, Jake McCarthy.
Come on, Seattle.
Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
2 balls, no strikes to count. 2 outs, and 1 in scoring position.
Head back to the desert, Steven.
No. Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got 1 run in, you got to try to get another 1 or maybe 2.
Let's go, Em.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
So now 1 and 2.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's an early 1-0 lead. Back here with my pal Singy, and on the hill, the big righty, Corbin Burns.
The opposing hitters are going to see a lot of cutters. This guy can throw it to the front side of the plate, the back side of the plate, so you're really not able to cheat to get the fat part of the bat on the baseball.
We go to the bottom of the first. Here's Victor Robles.
Come on, Vic.
Fouled off down the right side. That's down and in.
That's a ball.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
Let's go, Em.
And down on strikes. And that's the first out. And now it's Julio Rodriguez.
Let's go, Julio.
First offering, and it just misses. The Mariners knew what they had. Signed him in July of 2017 for a little under $2 million when Rodriguez was just 16 years old out of the Dominican Republic.
Let's go, Rodriguez.
1 down, bases empty.
Ball 2.
Fast forward to 2022. For Julio Rodriguez to win the Rookie of the Year, the Seattle Mariners were then compensated with the 29th overall pick in the first round of the draft in 2023. Part of the new CBA, enticing teams to promote their good young players. Hit hard on the ground to the right side, and that's just foul. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
You had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
And now the switch hitting catcher, Cal Raleigh. And first offering is fouled off. Two out, space is empty. Next offering is in for a strike.
Let's go, big dumper.
Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. Mariners go down quietly there. They're down 1-0. Back at T-Mobile Park, top of the second. Now it's the DH, Pavin Smith. Gilbert back to work. Yeah, that's fouled off. And that one wrapped foul. Battling here as he fouls it away. Next offering is down low. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. You know, when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Gabriel Moreno in now. Takes ball one off the plate. One down, base is empty. That one in the dirt. Now 2-0. Kenny Jansen doing home plate duties in this one.
Not a huge strike zone from Jansen, so he can't really be called a pitcher's umpire, but he does like the bottom part of the strike zone. We may see some pitchers steal a few strikes down there, especially the ones right below the knees. That's if their catcher can present it properly.
That one in there across the letters. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
He just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Two outs. Check swing called strike. And it's 1-1. On the ground, right side. Raley takes it to the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for Arizona, but they lead it 1-0. Back in Seattle, bottom of the second. Now it's Randy Arozarena.
Randy Arozarena.
Let's go, Randy. Yeah.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Waste no time there. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And now for Seattle, Luke Raley. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Look out. And it hit him.
Batting sixth, the designated
Now
hitter,
batting Mitch Haniger.
In the grand scheme of things, this at-bat might not feel important because it's early, but it could create a domino effect for things to come. Control what you can here and have a strong at-bat.
Right through there for a strike.
He's looking for a strikeout or a ball on the ground for a double play to sort of calm this situation down.
The pitch. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Has room, and he makes the catch.
batting seventh, the shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit.
I know we're still early in the stages of this game, but this at-bat has the potential of being a difference maker. You've got to stay calm in the box.
Grounder might be two. Glove flip for one on a nailer. They get two.
Pitcher made the pitch, and his players made the play behind him. Nice job. 4-6-3 inning-ending double play.
And we're back. Top half of the third inning. Now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
Come on, Mariners!
Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-1. Just missed. That one misses, and the count is 3-1. And strike two.
Full count.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance, works the walk.
Well, he's normally going to fill up the strike zone and really limit base runners, but his command in this one just seems off out there. A lot more walks than he's used to giving up.
Come on, let's get the ground ball!
Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. Swing and a miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Come on, Seattle.
Man at second. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And now it's Josh Naylor. That one's in there. 0-1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Ball.
One out and a runner at second. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Check on the runner, and he's back in safely.
Let's go, Seattle!
Ball to strike. The pitch. And Naylor swings through that one.
1-2.
Next one misses. Now 2-2. One out and a runner at second.
Strike him out! That's a ball. Full count. Strike him out!
Got him looking. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called 3rd strike.
And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Grounded out to short in his first trip.
All right, Seattle. Woo! Come on, Mariners. Yeah.
Outside low, ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Carroll at second with 2 down.
Come on, Mariners!
That misses the zone, and the count is 2-0.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
That one drifts inside. Jake McCarthy on deck for Arizona. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
That's a tough spot for the catcher, Boog. No chance of stopping the outside pitch, and now the runner moves up. Those moments can be really frustrating.
Jake McCarthy stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. Out to short. They get the force, and that is the inning. So they strand a pair. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Diamondbacks 1 and the Mariners nothing. As we go to the last of the 3rd, and stepping in for the Mariners, Jorge Polanco. Burns, a righty that throws with power. 30 years old now, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit.
Come on, Mariners!
That one finds the zone, and a count 1-1.
Come on in.
And that's in for a strike. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Line drive. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Back to the top of the Seattle order, Victor Robles up next for the Mariners. His first at bat was a strikeout. And there's the strike.
0-1.
Lined into left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. And that keeps the inning going.
He was all over that one. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Now a chance for Julio Rodriguez. That one is hammered right field, and that will end the inning.
Oh, man, amazing catch to end the inning. As a former outfielder, I'm feeling proud right now. Saw the wall, didn't get afraid, held on to the ball.
On to the fourth. Eugenio Suarez up to hit now.
Eugenio Suarez.
Come on, Mariners.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Next offering way off the plate. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Pavin Smith stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Struck out swinging his first time. Fastball for a strike.
Here's something cool, Boog. When they finished building T-Mobile Park back in 1999, they actually opened it up in the middle of the season. I remember as a rookie with the Chicago White Sox, we opened the season at the Kingdome, and then when we came back later in the year, we were playing at T-Mobile Park. It's a beautiful place, great scenery from center field, and I always enjoyed playing here.
Good eye right there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
This one lifted in the air, left field. Arozarena hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
The catcher, number 14, Gabriel Moreno.
2 down, base is empty. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Gabriel Moreno.
Come on, Mariners. Swing out.
And ball 1. Swings through that one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And he chases that one below the zone.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. Nothing doing here this half. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Diamondbacks 1 and the Mariners nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Cal Raleigh.
Let's go, Seattle. Let's go, Ed.
That one misses. Ball 1.
Well, these Mariners, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
To the right side. Fair ball.
Everything came together for him. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Randy Arozarena getting ready to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Slider misses outside.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
That one finds the corner, and it's 1-1. And that misses off the outside edge. And that one is inside.
Well, in this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
Tying run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the fourth.
Let's go now.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Great location with that two-strike fastball. I tell you what, as a hitter, you're looking to protect the outside part of the plate, stay back on something off speed. So many times, that location with two strikes, you just can't get around on it, and that's a tough one to compete with.
Now it's going to be Luke Raley. Just missed.
1 ball, no strikes.
Raleigh leads off first with 1 away.
Let's go, Em.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 1 strike. Let's go, Em.
And that misses. And it's 2-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Grounded to third. Could be 2. Off balance speed. There's 1. What a double play that was. Inning over.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
Back at T-Mobile Park, and the batter will be the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Gilbert back to work. Center field, Rodriguez. And it's caught for the out.
The right fielder, number 7.
So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. Here's the Diamondbacks leadoff hitter, Corbin Carroll. He's 0 for 1. Top of the zone for a strike. 0-1.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
And no one can get there. Now he'll turn for second, and that's a double.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
One out, runner at second. Ketel Marte up to the plate. He's already homered here in this one. Ripped, but it curls foul. One out and a runner at second, and we're at the top of the fifth. Pickoff throw. Carroll back on a dive. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul.
Sit him down.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
The first baseman, number
Josh
22,
Naylor
Josh
stands in now for the Diamondbacks. He is struck out, and he is walked. Splits the plate, and that is strike 1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That one pulled foul. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That's his 9th strikeout so far. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Diamondbacks 1 and the Mariners nothing.
캔 MR 컨 말100 프로 전원 전원이 PS5의 전원을 끌 준비 중.